Welcome, everyone, to the sold-out Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers, where we're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. Great to be with you. This is Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg as 2K Sports presents this Tuesday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. And now the opening lineup for Boston, courtesy of State Farm. We've got Bradley, and it's Sullinger, and it's a power forward. And for the Lakers.
And, of course, the Lakers shipped off Lamar Odom before last season started and just got a late first-round pick from Dallas in return. Not exactly what you would expect in terms of, a player of Lamar Odom's caliber. You'd think they could have done better with that deal.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. To the inside, here's Bryant. Shot's good. Bryant's got the game going here with the first basket for the Lakers. The Lakers ended up being fine with how they played, but really, as you said, it seems like they missed out on getting more in return.
Yeah, the whole trade appeared to be sort of a panic move. I mean, they didn't play well early, but ultimately adjusted. And I think that trade definitely hurt them early last season.
This is to Bradley. There's the triple, and that one's good. Bradley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You cannot back that far off of a guy. I mean, I don't care who he is. These guys are pros. They all can shoot. D up.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pass to Zeller. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Bradley gets it to go. Bradley's got 5 points so far.
That's how you exploit that defense. Take the ball right to the basket.
Here's Bryant. Got it. Good job in the low post.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
The Celtics have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Now the feed to Bradley. And again, Boston with the triple.
And with him, as long as he finds just a little bit of space for himself, he has a deadly accurate jump shot.
Steve, definitely one of the better weapons they have, and you know better than most that quality outside shooting is essential to a team's success, no matter how strong you are inside.
You know, the area where the Celtics started to struggle last year was winning games on the road. That's something they had done pretty well in previous seasons, but they were very inconsistent away from Boston last year.
Bryant. And Boston with the rebound. Bradley kicks to Sullinger. And that one's good.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And for the Celtics, a lot of those close ones they were used to being able to pull out on the road seemed to go, Clark, I think, the other way last season.
They sure did, and all those losses added up as they ended with a road record of 15 and 18, Kevin. Those 15 wins, the lowest of any playoff team in the East except for the Knicks.
So it's Boston now. He kicks to Bradley. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Johnson. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Down low, the kick out to Bryant. Three-pointer, good. Bryant's got 13.
Boy, they just cannot figure out a way to stop this guy this quarter, Kevin.
Here's Bradley. 8 points for him. There's the bucket, good.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
Now Bryant. Got it off in time. And that's not going to go. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when... And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
Boston trailing. Boozer is out there at Bryant. Then it's Young, and it's Sacre in its center. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. So they take the lead. Bradley's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Celtics.
You know, when the Celtics were at their best during this recent era, They were probably the best defensive club in the entire NBA. But the team has changed. They've gotten smaller. They may be a little better offensively, but they're not really the defensive force they were a few years ago.
Thomas against Lynn. Bass's shot. Good. Bass has got his first bucket in this one. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They trail by one. It's stolen by Bass. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Thomas is running. Bradley. Thomas kicks to Crowder. Knocks down the 10-footer. Here's Boozer, and it's rejected. But they'll get another chance. Here's Bryant. Here's Sacre, and their work on the board pays off with the second chance points.
Excellent job carving out space under the glass to make that putback possible.
Well, you look at the stats, and the Celtics were still great as far as opposing field goal percentage goes. And, you know, Steve, you were just talking about defense, but as Steve was just saying, Clark, they looked different to me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, a lot of it is that they had just such solid physical and mental fiber, and they just seemed to lose a bit of that edge. Still a very good defensive team, but hard to call them the best anymore.
Yeah, their mental fabric remained intact.
Yes, it did.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game.
First and foremost, for me, it's his three-point shooting that's the most entertaining. Every trip down, he is a threat to bury one from almost anywhere on the floor.
Very true, Steve. I mean, he's also one of those guys who doesn't take long at all to get on a roll offensively. He's a fun player to watch when he gets hot.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Preston. Pulls up. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
From the arc. Here's Davis, and he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for two.
Staples Center was just an unwelcoming venue all around last season, and the Lakers did their part by defending the home court not only with pride, but passion, too.
Lakers always tough, as you mentioned, Clark, here at home. And last year, no different. Ended up 26-7 here inside the Staples Center. It was a big part, Steve, of why they were able to win the Pacific Division.
Well, any team that is a serious championship contender, Kevin, is going to control its home floor. And the Lakers, despite the fact that they lost in the conference semifinals, they were a contender, and they controlled their home floor pretty much all season long.
Lynn against Thomas. Up top, Lynn. 6 points for him. 30 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Well, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested, and all are threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one drops. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league, and this game, no different. He's making each trip to the line count.
Back to Bryant. Pass to Sacre. Outside Bryant. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Bass. Here's Thomas. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Lakers
now presented by Sprint.
Welcome, I'm Damon Bruce. A great game going on out at Staples Center. The Lakers have been battling. A dominating performance offensively. They're getting everything they want. Looking at Boston, they're definitely making plays as well. They continue to dice up teams with passing, fluid play. It's beautiful team basketball. And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's send it on back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half of play.
A view here of the skyline over Los Angeles, California, as we welcome you back.
Since Boston's resurgence, they've always done a great job against the Western Conference. Having the depth and the talent they do gives you a chance to do that, but last year it just wasn't the same.
On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Turner, and it's Bradley in at the two-guard spot. All alone. That's good. Bradley's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Celtics. Yeah, Clark, you're right. They really struggled to get any real momentum when they faced off against the Western Conference, and Steve, they ended up with a 7-11 record against them.
Yeah, you know, really a far cry from how they had done up until that point. But losing some of the guys they did made it hard for them to play the type of... Kevin, what I like about him is that he tends to get hot at the most opportune times. It doesn't matter if it's coming out of a halftime or out of a timeout. He just has a knack for heating up in a hurry.
And on top of that, Steve, he usually saves his best for last. So many times we've seen him raise his level of play in the fourth quarter, exactly when the game's on the line.
Bryant against Bradley. And a nice shot by Bryant.
Carving him up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's really good offense.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
Well, there's some very popular destinations for free agents around the league. Chicago, New York, Miami. But for me, the Lakers are still the premier market for players. You know, big city, a history of winning with the Laker organization, and fantastic weather, of course.
Here's Thomas. Here's Turner. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Celtics have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And, Steve, to follow up on your point, the whole aspect of Hollywood has always been a big lure for the Lakers as far as recruiting Clark free agents.
We've seen it over the years with all the big names they've gotten assigned in free agency. No doubt about it, the Lakers are still one of those destination teams for a lot of players in the league.
The shot's good from Bryant.
That's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
To the middle. Here's Bradley. That's good. Bradley's got 7 points here in this quarter. The Lakers have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And it's Bryant missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And the basket by Thomas. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
Great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this.
The one-handed flush, very nice.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there.
Just punched it home.
Now here's Bryant. Turner covering. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I'll tell you, it had been some time coming. But really last year, the dominant core that the Celtics had been built around started to show their age at times.
And the Celtics, Steve, as you mentioned, they seem to realize that their window was closing as the team got older. And Clark, there is some age on there, and hopefully they can navigate that and play a few more years together.
Yeah, well, at the trade deadline, they explored a lot of options to maybe try to get younger to bring some youth in, but they decided to stick with it. Had a strong playoffs, and now a new-look roster. Some new pieces, but still equipped to compete.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Great matchup here. This game has gone back and forth.
Multiple lead changes, just a great game, guys.
And they'll slow it down, use a little clock.
Good call, partner. Hold it for the final one.
Here's Presser. Now here's Sullinger. And that one's good. And the Celtics lead by 1. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, the tug-of-war, back and forth is fair, but if you're a coach, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead, but pretty evenly.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Celtics lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. As the fourth quarter gets going, let's swing it over to Doris Burke to find out who's had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
Kevin, our uncontainable game award goes to the Boston Celtics. You can see the fire that they are playing with, everyone from the starters to the bench. You have to think that they'll hold on to this lead and close out the game.
And thanks for that story, Doris. They've got Boozer. Davis is out there with Bryant. And it's Ellington in at the 2 spot. That's the Laker 5. Thomas passes to Turner. Sullinger with a screen for Turner. Back to Thomas. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
What a great game. This looks like it's going to go right down to the wire.
Well, you talk about what happens in close games. Mistakes are magnified. Both teams have to be very careful down the stretch here.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Lets it go from deep. Sullinger with the rebound. Sullinger's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Boozer kicks to Ellington. Boozer, the second chance effort. That's good.
Tell you what, it has been all offense all game long.
You know what? This is really fun to watch, guys. I mean, as a coach, though, this is when you want to just harness this energy and bottle it up and ride it all the way.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, the head coach for the Celtics, had some instruction for his guys during that break. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Neither team having any trouble putting the ball in the basket.
Nope, nada. I mean, we haven't seen much defense either. I mean, both of these teams really locked into trying to outscore each other.
Kicks it to Turner. That's good. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
Well, they've really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other. It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
Well, you see the contrast here offensively. They're really starting to make that mid-range shot.
Yeah, and I love it, you know. Just finding the gap and looking for a little airspace, a little room to get the shot off. They're doing a nice job.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been falling for him this quarter. Boy, he's been good offensively tonight. I really like what I've seen.
To end the run. They get the rebound. Another shot. Kelly gets it to go.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
The Celtics have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the 4th. A perfect 6 for 6. Now, here's Thomas. He's covered closely. Bryant is checked in for the Lakers. Celtics also with a sub. Bradley's checked in. Zeller with it. Hill's there. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Bryant. Buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. So it's Boston now, and now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, he showed a very steady hand in converting those 2 free throws, and now their lead is that much more secure.
Both teams will make substitutions. Feeds it to Lynn. Fires from deep. Rebound, Boston.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
Thomas.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. And the Lakers making a change here. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
That's how you finish it off. Knock them all down and chalk up the W.
Inside. Number 6. Misses there. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.